Hi everyone, I'm Stefano. Welcome back to my channel, FragRobe, your fragrance wardrobe. In this channel, we are talking about fragrances and we try together to build a bigger and better fragrance wardrobe. If it's your first time here, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It's gonna really help the channel growing. Today, we're gonna do something which is super exciting, a top 10 niche fragrances for the fall. I had a lot of fun of doing the designer version, the top 10 designer fragrances for fall that you can find out here. But the niche version is where it's at, in my opinion. This is the best of the best. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the list. At number 10, we have Acqua di Parma, Ambra. If I'm not mistaken, this is a relatively new line from Acqua di Parma in this completely black bottle. This is the EDP line, so all the fragrances in here are in EDP concentration. We've got Ambra, we've got leather, there is oud, there is quercia, and there is a couple more. Like the name suggests, is an ambery type of scent. It's also woody, aromatic. We've got some citruses on top, and then we've got some labdanum. There is a sandalwood and some musk and vanilla in the base to sweeten things up a little bit. To me, this one sits right in between Acqua di Parma oud and Acqua di Parma leather. It has definitely some leathery components and is not as heavy as the Acqua di Parma oud, even though it has some darkness, some richness. So it's a leathery, ambery with woody notes. I think it's really interesting. Definitely worth to be checked out. At number 9 spot, Xerjoff, La Capitale. This one is a fruity, sweet, gourmandy fragrance. We've got a full review that you can check out up here. So I don't want to say too much about it because I've spent quite a lot of words in the review, but this one is super sweet. I think fall is really perfect for this fragrance to shine because it is quite potent actually. The performances are quite good. You can really own a room with this one. Just remember that it's more on the unisex side, it's not masculine, can even lean a little bit towards the feminine, especially in the opening, the peach, strawberry, it's like a milkshake vibe going on. But I think definitely men can pull this off. So it's really sweet, really gourmandy. I think, yeah, it's just perfect for fall. Pretty much any occasion, even daytime, I think could be fine. Probably evening is gonna be better, but performances are great. If you like a gourmandy, fruity, Xerjoff, La Capitale, check it out. At number 8 spot, we've got Roja Parfums, London. London, if I'm not mistaken, is discontinued, so it's not super easy to find, maybe in some Facebook group, but it's so underrated. This one is a small masterpiece. In this fragrance, Roja tried to recreate the scent of an entire city, in this case London, which by the way is his city when he was born, and I think he nailed that. The main player here is labdanum. If you like labdanum, this one is a labdanum fest in a bottle. The opening is a little bit sharp, but then we've got clove, cardamom, saffron. It's really great. It's a really smoky, incensey, but it's also ambery because we've got vanilla and benzoin in the base to give this ambery feeling. It's really warm, really comforting, really cozy. I think that is perfect for one of these days in fall where maybe the weather is not great, it's raining outside, it's a little bit chilled, it's not super cold. That is just perfect. You just apply this fragrance and you just feel a little bit comfort by its warmth. London is often compared to Tom Ford Amber Absolute, and yes, there are definitely some similarities between the two. So if you like that fragrance, the Tom Ford, I think is almost for sure you will like this one. And this was Roja Parfum London. At number 7 spot, we've got another Xerjoff. This one is Ivory Root. This is a oriental, spicy vanilla, really great one. This is a little bit incensey at the beginning, but then the vanilla comes to warm things up, and then yeah, lots and lots of spices here. We also have some creaminess in the base thanks to the sandalwood, so it's not too sharp. Another interesting thing is not super sweet either. Some vanilla-based fragrances can be maybe a little bit too much with the vanilla, too sweet. This one I think has a really good balance. It's sweet because the vanilla is definitely here, but it's not super sweet or overwhelming sweet, because all the spices keep the sweetness in check for this one. Another good thing about Ivory Root, the performance are really good actually. It lasts a long time, is on the loud side, is not super loud, but it's definitely on the loud side. The projection is there, the sillage is there. So yeah, Xerjoff Ivory Root, number 7 spot. And number 6 spot, Nasomatto Pardon. The only reason why Pardon is at number 6 and not higher in the list are the performance. The performance for this one unfortunately are not great, which is a real shame, because I think that the juice itself, the composition is absolutely a masterpiece. We can consider this to be a gourmandy, oriental, woody fragrance with a really heavy dark chocolate note going on. It's very interesting, it's really well done. It sits really close to the skin, so it's not loud at all. So if you want something that is gonna be noticed, this is unfortunately it's not gonna be for you. This is really personal. Think about somebody really coming in close contact to you and give you a hug, a really warm hug. That is how I can best describe Pardon. I don't know how to explain more than that. It's really something that really comforts you. So I think it's perfect for fall. Don't expect massive result if you wear this in public, but maybe a date night, which is a little bit more of a close encounter, this one is perfect. Nasomatto Pardon. And number 5 spot, Parfum de Marly, Layton. This one it's become a classic. This possibly the most famous from the Parfum de Marly line. Everybody talk about this one. Layton is super famous. Another vanilla based fragrance. This is a recurring theme for the fall. But this one is really beautiful. There is not only vanilla here. There is an apple note which is really prominent. Some people describe this as an apple pie, an apple cake or something, which I think it makes sense. It's really sweet, but it has some floral and some woods in the base, so it is also those two components give some structure to the fragrance. That again is really well known in the fragrance community, and basically everybody loves it. So this I think is probably one of the safest bet if you want to blind buy something, which I won't recommend to blind buy anything, but if you like sweet fragrances, if you like little bit gourmandish, Parfum de Marly Layton is absolutely perfect. At number 4 spot, we've got another Roja Parfum. We are talking about Danger, Parfum Cologne. We've got lemon, bergamot and lavender on top, so being a Parfum Cologne line, the opening is quite bright, quite fresh, quite uplifting. And then we've got flowers and lots of spices in the heart. And then in the base we've got some woods note, oak moss, and vanilla and tonka bean, just to sweet things up a little bit. Danger is really sensual, really warm, so I think it's perfect for night out, evening, during fall. If you don't know, check this out because this one is really good. Roja Parfum, Danger, Parfum Cologne. Okay, finally we are in the top 3. So being in the top 3, number 3 can be number 1, number 2 can be number 3, so depends on the day. All the fragrances in the list are really good in my opinion, but especially the top 3 are simply amazing, outstanding, and definitely my favorite. At number 3 we've got another Nasomatto. In this case it is Baraonda. The bottle is the classic Nasomatto one with the 30 ml extrait de parfum and with this really big cup. The difference is many of the Nasomatto bottles have a woody cap. This one is made from cork. So this just gives you the measure of how boozy this one is. We can describe this as oriental, boozy, woody fragrance. There are lots of woods in the base, but the main player is the beautiful whiskey accord. So the best way to describe Baraonda is the opening is a whiskey. It's like smelling a super high quality whiskey, sweet, straight from a glass. And then in the dry down, you are smelling the barrel of that whiskey. So you can smell still the booziness, the sweetness, and the woods. The woody notes in this are amazing. So you are starting with the pure whiskey, and then you basically dive inside actually the barrel, the wood barrel where the whiskey was seated. Nasomatto, Baraonda, number 3. At number 2 spot, we've got a really great fragrance, again by Roja Parfum, Roja Dove Haute Parfumerie 15th anniversary. This fragrance, also known as RDHP15, is the fragrance that Roja created in order to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the Haute Parfumerie in the 6th floor of Harrods. There are like a million notes here. There is aldehyde and some citruses in the top. There are tons of flower in the heart, especially lily of the valley and violet, which is a big player here. And then we've got benzoin and tonka bean and vanilla in the base to give it some sweetness, and plus some woods and frankincense and labdanum. It's a lot going on, but like often happen with Roja, is blended to perfection. It's really difficult to pick up notes, so everything is really well blended. The performance are just nuclear, are stellar performance, longevities 10 hours plus easily, great sillage, great projection. People can really smell this on you. It is great. So if I have to think, if I close my eyes and I and I smell this, is literally the thing that I can picture is the violet, not only violet the flower, but violet the color. So this for me is the violet, the most violet of every parfum, if that makes sense. It's super classy, super elegant, really opulent as well. So definitely for special occasion, definitely dressed up, perfect for nighttime, special occasion, dinner. If you really want to impress, you cannot go wrong with this one. Roja Dove Haute Parfumerie 15th anniversary, and number 2 spot. And finally, number 1 and number 1 spot, we've got Initio Oud for Greatness. Man, this thing is absolutely stunning. This is elegance in a bottle. Not only because the bottle itself is a masterpiece, it's really amazing. Not only the bottle, the presentation is really good, but the scent itself is one of the most elegant and classy that I've ever smelled. Besides the oud, there is some sweetness also with the saffron, there are the spices, there is nutmeg for example, so it's a really complex blend, but it's so well blended, and I don't know how. This one is pure elegance and pure class in a bottle. On top of that, performance are just stellar, longevity 10+ hours easily, great projection, amazing sillage. I'm not sure what else to say because this one is really a stellar fragrance in my opinion. Perfect for a night out, an evening, a dinner, an elegant event, dress up. Absolutely perfect. I think many people will ask you what are you wearing, because it's super opulent, super elegant, just great. So from Initio Oud for Greatness, number 1 spot. The question of the day is, which one is your favorite? Comment down below so we can start a conversation. If you've got any value from this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, click on the notification bell for my future content, and see you really soon. Thanks again, I really appreciate it. See you soon. Ciao!